Fiona, with you at the piano. And so what we're about to hear with you at the piano and Mike here playing the bass, I guess this is kind of the way you first hear these songs, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so the first one you're going to play for us in the studio today, this is Oh Sailor.
Oh Sailor.
So, all right, let's hear a live performance.
Okay.
Fiona Apple is making her way to our piano, and Mike Elizondo picking up the big old double bass for this live performance of a song called Oh Sailor. It appears on the new Fiona Apple CD, which is called Extraordinary Machine, and which comes out on October 4th. And it's a new record on the Sony Epic label. Fiona Apple and Mike Elizondo, my guests on Soundcheck.
I'm undecided about you again. Mightn't be right that you're not here. It's double-sided, 'cause I ruined it all. But also saved myself by never believing you, dear. Everything good I deem too good to be true. Everything else is just a bore. Everything I have to look forward to has a pretty painful and very imposing before. Oh, sailor, why'd you do it? What'd you do that for? Saying there's nothing to it and then letting it go by the boards. Oh, sailor, why'd you do it? What'd you do that for? Saying there's nothing to it and then letting it go by the boards. I have too been playing with 52 cards. Just 'cause I play so far from my vest. Whatever I've got no reason to guard. What could I do but spend my best? Oh, sailor, why'd you do it? What'd you do that for? Saying there's nothing to it and then letting it go by the boards. Oh, sailor, why'd you do it? What'd you do that for? Saying there's nothing to it and then letting it go by the boards. And after waiting, fighting patiently on my knees, all the other stuff tied itself out first, not me. And in its wake could be the touching call of a different breed. One who said to get me wise and got me there and then got me. And what a thing to know what could be instead. Oh, what a blessed curse to see. It took the agenda from its place in my bed. Made a merry paramour of me. Oh, sailor, why'd you do it? What'd you do that for? Saying there's nothing to it and letting it go by the boards. Oh, sailor, why'd you do it? What'd you do that for? Giving me eyes to view it as it goes by the boards. Oh, sailor, why'd you do it? What'd you do
That is Fiona Apple live in our WNYC studio on Soundcheck, and the song "Oh Sailor." It's the single from the new record, Extraordinary Machine. Fiona Apple performing live in the studio with bassist and producer Mike Elizondo, and they are my guests on Soundcheck here at 93.9 WNYC and online at WNYC.org. Well, now, Mike, you've worked with Dr. Dre and Eminem and lots of top shelf names in the industry. When you came to working with Fiona, it's obviously, a different sound world, but what did you end up doing? Some of the tracks to me sound fairly close to the first version that John Bryan had done, and then others sound considerably different. So how did you do that? How did you work that out?
I just tried to, when I was given the CD, I listened to a few times to learn the songs, and I kind of wrote them out. I wrote the chord changes out. I had lyrics, and I made sure I knew the melody, and I would just play these songs over and over and kind of hear Fiona singing in my head. I didn't have the files or the recordings of anything that was done previous. I kind of wanted to just have a CD, and so just playing through these and looking at the lyrics, I just tried to imagine something that I thought would support what Fiona had written, and that was my only criteria, was to just kind of take her lead, the chord progressions, the rhythms of her piano parts. A lot of the beats, if you listen, they're very derivative of what Fiona plays between her left and her right hands.
Yeah, and the chord progressions. I mean, that "Oh Sailor," that's not your typical hit single chord progression. It's very chromatic.
Yeah, I remember the first time I had played Fiona, the couple of things that I had done, I thanked her for providing such amazing chord progressions, and she was kind of like, well, they're not really that amazing to me, So to her, this is what she hears, and fortunately for us, we get to experience it.
Yeah.
But I reacted to what she had already laid out on the piano and through her melodies and lyrics.
Fiona, what did you grow up listening? I mean, I know your sister sings cabaret, American songbook standards and stuff. Is that what was in the house when you guys were growing up?
Pretty much, yeah. There was a lot of stuff. My mom had a lot of that stuff, and that's how we got introduced to that stuff. My grandfather was in the Harry James band. He was Johnny McAfee. He was a vocalist, and he played sax and what else did he play? Trumpet, I think.
Wow.
And flute. And so we grew up with that kind of music there. And then my mother she married a guy who was 24 when she met him. He was 16 years younger than her, and so he made me a Beatles fan. He listened to a lot of music from his era, so we had a mix of the two growing up. So not very much, not a lot of contemporary music for me.
Well, I should mention your sister's name, Maud Maggart. She performs at the Oak Room uptown at the Algonquin.
Yeah, she's doing that. Yeah, I just saw her last night.
Yeah, you guys ever get a chance to collaborate?
No, not officially, but we've talked about sometime doing like a little show together where we sing songs together if we can figure out times to do, the two of us singing, because our voices go really well together. And I just went to see her show in California again, and she's like, she's really good. She's really, really good. I love her a lot.
Does she have the same kind of dusky, jazzy voice that you have?
No, we have very different voices.